Hello, you absolute goats. Bad intro, I know. When you clicked on this video, you might think, hey, how do I beat the farmer in a speedrun, even in Goat Simulator 3? And, well, you came to the right place, because I will tell you all about it. I'm gonna start with basic movement. And after that, we're gonna look at my PB video. And just gonna dissect it, since it's completely the same compared to world record. But first, before we're doing that, we need to talk basic movement. So I am assuming that you already know like basic movement in Go Simulator. Like if you jump, jump again, and then jump again, you get like a triple jump. You I don't know, you can walk, you can jump, you can lick, you can ba, or bleed, as it's called officially. And by the end of it, this is something you're supposed to be able to do. So what was that? It's a combination of tricks. Well, first of all, you might know that the main gimmick of the speedrun is having these rocket boots. They make you go fast and make you go forward. However, you can only use them once. And they will recharge the moment you're touching base on the floor. I'm actually gonna lower the game audio a little bit. There. So, while I'm on the floor, I can press R1 like all the time and I will just go. And also something you might know, or might need to know, is that if you go into a wall and you know that there's like something behind it, or not even that, there's a high chance that you're able to clip through it. Not this wall. Oh, yeah. There, I clipped again. And also in buildings that don't have innards. I think this building... Yeah, this building has something in it, but that's not important right now. It's also fairly random if it's possible for you to clip into it. I feel like corners are like good, but not all the time. It's, yeah. Good luck with that. Second of all, you saw me go into the sky, like this. And how did I do that? Well, first of all, another thing that I expect you to already know is how to do stuns, like the front flip and fall, the back flip and fall, 360, 360 the other way, and the 360 front flip. So imagine doing that and just going up like that, like this. So I hold the trick button, which is the right mouse button on the mouse, or L2, or left trigger, I think, on Xbox. And then you hold down a little bit so that you go like up, and that makes the rocket power go up. And then the last thing that you need to know is how to like get infinite of those. So yeah, first of all, just get like get used to like rocket boosting in the air and going up, because believe me, you will be doing that a lot. However, if you're in the air and you press select to go into the wardrobe and then select R1 again to get out of it, you get a recharge. So if I were to go like up all the time, that would look like that, this. I double click select and you can just like go infinitely. You can also go down, or what most people This is Go Simulator, reminder. Like, this is how I go faster, and the more you go into a straight line, the faster you go. It's kind of nuts. Like, you do get like a lot of increase if you chain it more often in one straight line. If you go a different direction, it will stop. And maybe it's just straight, I don't know. But this is something that Lord Mouse told me. Yeah, you can actually see that I'm going faster than normal, or farther than normal. Which is pretty cool. And there's one other thing to know, really important. After... I don't know exactly which of the two conditions it is, but either after completing an event, which is a quest, which is the main thing you're going to do while being here, or while doing this category, or after getting a new gear item, with gear I mean like things you can wear, like a flower power thing. Groovy, man. Like, it kinda doesn't recharge the next time you go into the wardrobe, so you have to do it twice in a row. So it's literally like 1, 2, and then you can do it again. And yes, you can like go infinitely high with this and infinitely far with this. I say infinite, but there is a box around this whole world, and if you go too far, then the game will actually respawn you. Which is not something that we have something to do with, but it is good to know. See? Exactly like that. But don't worry, this is just that. The other thing that is really important to know is you see that I have wings on my thing, on my back. That is the other like important thing for this category. Like, while it is pretty cool that I can go super far and super high and get wherever I want to, it is not precise enough. It's pretty wild to call it like that. There is something that I have to, yeah. Like, imagine I want to be exactly on that rock. There. Oh, almost. Whatever. Yeah, like, normally you fall down, which is like that. However, if you have the wings and mash the jump button, you can just glide and just go places. And obviously, you can just keep doing that. You have to, like, I don't want to say mash, but like, just press or hold A every now and then. Also, I did not know this was here. The heck? Bleach Girl. Is this Sleeping Beauty? Huh, okay. Literally, I did not know this was here. Okay, I guess there's one more tech before we're actually going into the tutorial, which is shield boosting, which is another thing. Oh, really important. What you want to do is, before anything, what you want to do is, in another save, in another save, you want to, you see that I have a heart right next to the Icarus, Celestial Wings, and the Chanitadium shield. You want to make sure that these items are favorited. So, definitely the Celestial Wings, you'll be using those a lot. Chanitadium, sure. Another important one is the Firework Launcher. I guess this is my 100% save file that we're on right now. 100% the Firework Launcher is something you want up here. On the Flower Power, you want the... This is like close to the bottom, and you can already buy it from the start. That's why these things specifically. The Death Ray Bands. I can't find it right now. Here it is, Death Ray Bands. And on the boots, just the rocket boots. That's all you need. But yeah, shield boosting. They do replace the wings, but they give you like massive distance. For this, I do recommend actually in graphics to lock your frame rates somewhere. Frame rate limit, yes. And then what you want to do is you want to jump. You want to ragdoll, which is a circle or B. I think it's Q. Yeah, Q on keyboard. Jump, ragdoll, and then use the shield. The shield is something that goes forward, and then if you press it again, it will come back to you. So keep that in mind if you want to chain these things. But what this does is, if you do this in like quick succession, it will well, this. And I think the slower you do it... no, this is still pretty far. This will give you a lot of, like, distance. The best use for this is in the retro stage and to cross this bridge. Because a thing that you can do with, like, this technique specifically is, if I go this way and then respawn, I will respawn, like, beneath... like directly beneath me. So for the All Towers category, Nice. For the all towers category, what people do is they fling themselves towards the tower. Hello? I am not getting the distance I am expecting. There, and then I'm like right next to the tower. Okay, that is all you need to know. However, outside of that, you don't really need it. So how about, unless it's absolutely necessary? Oh, actually, I know one thing that I need to show, and this is like pre-marathon-y, because right at the start of the marathon, right at the start of the run, we're gonna move in a cutscene. So we're activating this tower. This activates a 17.5 seconds cutscene, but I'm able to move in here, and I want to do the first mission. So what we're trying to do is we're going inside of this container, like learn how this looks. We're going into this container, grabbing fertilizer. There's a fertilizer here, and there's a fertilizer here. Which one of these grab you doesn't matter. Then you turn around, you walk this way, and then you need to like flower that one, flower this thing, and flower this thing. There are like red cherries inside of the ground. They will turn into these plants once they're done, and if you press L1 or left bumper or 1, I think. Yeah, 1. These will grow. So that is the thing that we want to do within the cutscene. So to like, it is difficult. It's not necessary that you do it, but it is like a little bit faster. However, there's not really a good way to like see that. Anyway, let's look at videos. Why don't we? So this is my PB video. I did mute myself because I am talking with a friend of mine. So yeah, don't look at this guy. Also, can I get... Okay. I want the red color. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Don't look at this guy. False information. You might have the same voice as me, but... Oh well. So, yeah, I got this video. I got this stream deck that makes me... Yeah, here we go. So, first of all... actually... Something else. Before every run, we go into the title screen. Obviously. We start from the title screen. And if it's a new game run, we go into settings and reset save. Before you do this, make sure that your main save is backed up. Mine is. So I want to see this field. Progress has been reset. And then press new game. Or if it's you, you can just like delete this as well. If you want to be really sure. Those favorites, those will persist, and the community has agreed to keep that happening. To allow that, because it's a 5-second time gain. And it's very easy to get, so it's not that much of a like a handicap for people that it should be New Game Plus. Obviously, deleting this save is also needed for New Game Plus, but you don't have to reset this save, because this will actually reset your gear, karma, and collectibles, and especially the gear one. The gear one is important. But yeah, delete that, and then press new game, or press new game here. And after that, get rid of that. Where is the video even? Oh, that's not the video. This is the video. Okay, so whatever. Loading screen happens. Take this here. You skip. There are two cutscenes here. You skip the first cutscene by holding R or triangle. And then there's a second one. And the moment you skip that and the screen turns black, that is when the timer starts. For this video, please don't look at the timer. I did not start the timer. And yeah, I did not start the timer. I retimed it afterwards. But yeah, let's go. Let's go. So timing starts. I hold triangle here. Screen turned black. This is where you start the timer. You immediately want to go that way. That is where the go tower is. And you want to, like, while running, like, running is fine. You want to hold the use key, which is R, I think, or triangle. I think it's R, yeah. You want to hold the use key, the triangle, Y or R. Y on Xbox and R on your keyboard, because... yeah. And while the circle loads by making a circle around that button. And whenever it gets, like, free first along the way, you kind of want to walk towards this brown container to get the fertilizer. So you can see me, I thing, and I walk away. Then I walk this way. I go in. Damn, sorry. I go in. I lick with the square or the X key. I'm gonna just say action names. It's your responsibility to know the commands. Okay. Okay. I go in a little bit. I lick, and then I walk backwards. And while I do that, I also turn my mouse a little bit, so that I turn my goat around, because walking forwards is faster than walking backwards. Okay, so lick, I walk backwards, I have the fertilizer, and I'm going towards the entrance. You can see me, like, right now, completely fine, while this camera is, like, automatically. And I already fertilized the first one. There's another one here, there's another one here. You need to jump, obviously, to get it, because this sack needs to actually hit these things. It's easy to get the first one if you got the hang of it, but this is just a lot of, like, doing. And right now I don't see it, but I can still, like, control myself. Yeah. And I don't do, like, too much. I could press L1 to ba or to bleed if I want to. You can actually see it grow behind here, but I generally don't. So I go. I did hit 1, 2. I let go of that thing. And I could technically already purchase the shoes, but whatever. I go in the barn, go up here. There are two ways to go here. So there are two ways. I could actually, like, just move forward, jump over here, and then jump over here again, because I need to get to the other side of this. Like I need to go from here to here. So I could go like that, or I could jump over this combine thing that I actually need to drop. And that is what I'm going to do. That double jump wasn't necessary. I hit the thing with the punch key. And immediately after that, I go into my shoes. So I press tab or select. Let's actually go. And yeah, I press select, I go one thing to the left, and I go into the feet section. This thing. And normally this thing should be at the top. However, I deleted my save in a different way, so it's not there. Whatever, it's a few seconds time loss. Otherwise, it's always here. Do learn that. So I hold A to, like, buy it. That takes like a second. It's bought, and now I can press that. So right now, I need to be an oily goat, and I need to, like, this is a top-down view of the machine. This is a door, and these things on the side are to, like, chainsaw things. And these need to be oiled, and then something needs to get in either the front or the back of the machine. So what I do is I take the oil barrel here. There are a few locations for oil barrels around. I'm going to show them to you. So I actually grab it. I'm already oily. Here in this green container is another one, and back here is another one. There might be more, but these, like... this was the one that I used before, but don't actually use it anymore. If you have to use this one, but this one, like, it's on the way. It's on the way. The one that I'm already licking. Or ideally, you're not oily yet, but yeah, good luck not getting oily. The reason for that is oil is hard to control, and it goes away after like 10 seconds. You do like leave behind when you're walking, you leave behind an oil trail, and if you go back into the oil trail, then you will be oily again. So it's not like all doom. In any case, sorry about that. In any case, you want to be oily and you want to like hit, headbutt, or walk into these saw blades. And don't overshoot Reek. This is why it's not world records. I should notice that this time, or this run, is like a 37.14, I think? And world record is like a 35 something. I don't know. However, the route is like completely the same. So I go in here, I go over, I hit the other side. If I'm like de-oiled, like I'm already de-oiled, I think, I can just like walk through here again and I'm oily. And then I can like kick something in here or kick something in the other side. What I do personally is I go in myself and then press start, respawn, and then quickly buy the wings, which are also like not saved. As you saw, this is where these are, and this is the firework launcher. I will be using those like within a minute, but just so you know. And it's a good idea to like after buying also favorite them. You can only do that after you bought it. That's what I just did. So this is actually where you saw the. So if we go, you can actually see me fly up here. Select, but I didn't immediately like rocket shoe. So I did it again, and now I can fly. This mission, fishing a bulk, is really easy. There's a lake here. It was like, or there's a lake like right here. You can see that, and you kind of need to throw 3 explosives in it, anywhere in the lake. So, just like that. If it lands like here, it might not trigger. So what I personally do is there's these 3 barrels. Barrels? No, these are TNT. There's 3 here, there's 1 here, there's 3 like right next to it, and then there are 3 a little bit farther. Maybe I can show it. Oh. Maybe. But yeah, what I do is I just headbutt all 3 of them with 1 headbutt. They actually go in here. I kind of want them to go in here. But I'm actually going a little bit slow to see if they actually land in the water. If they do, I'm happy. If one of them don't, just hit another one. Oh. Man. I go too fast. Okay, I can't. So yeah, there's 3, 1, 3, and there's 3 like right up there, safe. And you want them all to go into the water. Whichever you want it to be. Immediately go this way, and hit the or destroy this apple. That apple is evil. And then go like a little bit past the what do you call them? The sunflower sun panel farm. Over that, there's this house, and there's a thing right here, the tow truck. Get into the tow truck. Go backwards a little bit. So, it is actually enough to like go backwards a little bit, then turn so that the thing is actually facing the house, and then you can press the launch hook button. I've had some issues with it, so I'm actually going like backwards all the way and making sure that I actually get it. And then just drive away until you know for sure that this happened. This pop-up doesn't always show up. Okay, rocket boost here a little bit, and then here. Oh, important. What I do here is I purchase. I'm actually like pausing. I'm purchasing the firework launcher, but also I'm going over to the rocket boots and disable them. What that means is that like some, not all, but some gear actually has a has an ability that you can recognize by this like thunderbolt. By highlighting that thing and pressing the toggle ability button, that you have to find out which button it is. It's R probably. You disable it. I don't want to use the rocket boots right now. So that I went past it, but like believe me, I used it. See? It's currently disabled. So right now, there are a few of these. Whoa. Oh, lol. There are a few of these boxes. There are a few boxes here, a few boxes here, a few boxes back here, some boxes here, a few boxes here, and a few boxes here. And the key is always in, maybe not the last one, but the one before that or the one before that. Not all of these boxes are part of the quest, but assume that they all are. So what I do with the firework launcher is whenever you like fire it at a wall. So these are all walls. This is a wall. This is a wall. Once it goes, it kind of explodes. And you know, shockwaves. A lot of boxes break in one go. That is valuable. However, yeah, I don't want to like, since it's bound to the same key, that's why I disable the rocket boots. But also, I want to like manage it a little bit. My goal is to like destroy everything except for these ones. However, I think I actually broke those at the start. So let's see what past Reek did. I fire one here. That destroys these few as well as these on the top. Then I fire, or try to fire at the wall. This one should be broken, this one isn't broken. So I do fire here. Don't hit this object. If it hits an object, it will not automatically explode. It will actually grab the object and fly off. That is not what you want. I shoot. Oh, I thought I would shoot there, but I guess that also exploded. Then I hit this rock. And now everything on the roof should be broken. So I actually hit here. And if you have your audio on, you would actually hear a metallic sound, which means that the key dropped. You can actually see it here. How the key looks like, it is a... I didn't grab it. It is a... Yeah, here. Well, it is a key, and then a blue thing next to it. Here. So yeah, this thing. See, after that I enable the shoes again. Do that, or enable the wings again. For here, I grab the. I grab the gum and walk backwards. Don't rocket boost. That makes you drop it. And that's oopsie. That's a quick one. And these scarecrows, that's the next quest, are kind of scary. So look, if you hit it, like the first thing that you will like target here is not the scarecrow itself. Actually, so imagine this is a scarecrow. However, the scarecrow is stuck to a pole. The pole you will destroy first. So if you lick, you have to lick 3 times to like lick the pole, unlick the pole, then lick the scarecrow. Or yeet it away, but I'm always scared that I also yeet the scarecrow away. So I do that, I got it, and then go in like this general direction. and put it into this pentagram. And then there's this hayfield with some other scarecrows, and you grab those. There is a back. I don't know if I can actually show it here. Like, be careful that they don't disappear, because these are the only 3 closed ones. There is a green, I think it's green, but there's a container right here. And around there is a backup one, but you don't want to use it. I'm not entirely sure if that's like completely correct, but somewhere around in that general area. Maybe I'll see it in a little bit. But yeah, so you need to put 2 in. The first one needs to be like touch in there. And now like an internal timer start. So in a little bit, you will see me change into the Scarecrow, which maybe? Yeah, now. This is actually a fun quest, but very short as well. You need to hit the green buttons on all of them. What happened to me at one point as well is that when these people are sitting here, they might actually go away. Is that what you could do is you could do like a front flip or a back flip. So 2 of them will actually give you a green check mark. So you only have to hit 1. But I like to like just go on all of them myself. Be careful because they're also the red buttons. So you have to be like meticulous.
I only play the ones that you need to play.
And you don't necessarily need to like get rid of the Scarecrow yourself like right there. But I prefer to do it. And then go into this chicken farm. Get this guy, put it like, it is important that he is in here, in this area, like not under it, but like something of his body needs to be in here. Otherwise, the giant chicken will not see it because he's blind as heck, and it doesn't count. Hit the bell. I always go back, and also equip the firework launcher. The reason I'm doing that, or no, that's not true. The laser eyes. This is a new strat. I do it here because I do need to like be a little bit slow so that the chicken actually does it. If you go away here too fast, then the mission doesn't pass because you're like too far away. This is important later as well. Like this is possible. This messed up so many of my runs at the end. Well, not the end, but like 2 firsts in. After that, I go to the Pimp and Ride, the Pimp and Ride, and I need to put 4 objects from around here. Watermelon works, but like fish doesn't. So be careful. You need to put items on top of this thing. You could like, it is somewhat difficult to actually hit it. So I actually got 2 tables here, like together. Doesn't matter what objects you put where, but like, oh, actually that might be important. The order of places is 1, 2 on the front, on the back. 1 is at the front, then 3 is here in the back, and then 4 is here. Or yeah. So just know that. Then I go to the like this general direction, and there are 2 yellow houses. Here's yellow house number 1, and back here is yellow house number 2. And in the backyard there is an old lady. Oh, this already is house number 2, and here's the lady. This lady is evil. She's a Swedish sniper. She's called a cutting, which is, according to Google Translate, it's Swedish for bitch, and she is. She's really powerful. My first strat was like good luck. Then I found an actual strat by using a firework launcher. However, you need to like meticulously aim and like get into it, and it's not that helpful. So the new strat is to also have the laser goggles like equipped. Make sure they're off here, and then rocket boost in her. I should probably also explain the goggles. So imagine that this is a goat. Imagine that. These are the goggles. So I hope you like my drawing of a goat. These goggles only go like this far, not on scale. It only goes like a few goat lengths worth, like 3 or 4. And then it just there's nothing happening here. So what I do is and I need to draw this. So I'm here. Lady is here. And this is like the activation zone. I like just before the activation zone where she sees you. I will go to her so that I like land here, and then also like shoot her through her so that she dies. And immediately after shooting her, I want to go like right here in the back, and that's up and this way, that way. So after that, I immediately go to that place. So you can actually see me do here. I actually hit her, and then I go into those sakurai trees, I think, or blossom trees, and I actually this is also a lot of cutscene movement. You see that I actually, like, if you look closely, you can see that I'm actually pressing select to like rocket boost that way, and then I respawn to get here.
God hates me.
Apologies. So like I said, I move there, and once I'm somewhat close, like you need to test this out yourself, then I fly here. So this is the mission where I need to like rescue Steve. This is not Steve. Steve is if you like respawn, then you always respawn here if you're close. If you're close here, and then there's like 1, 2. There's a fish here, and this is Steve. Always. This is not random. So I immediately go for this fish. Okay, he's here, but like 1, 2, 4, and then this is number 3. This is how I count. Let's actually like that. Don't mind God's hand here. God hates you. Oh, that is like really fast movement. Once you get here, you will transform into the fish. Yeah, you will transform into the fish. What I do is I go into this. I don't know how to like slow it down. This is a media player that I never use. How do I go like frame control right? Okay. So you see me being a fish. I press select. Then I press L1 to go to the wardrobe. And what I do here... Oh. Yeah, here. I'm Steve now. Then I press the remove key here to actively remove Steve. And then immediately press wardrobe again. Hey, I'm anti-Steve. And then I go like towards the... towards this tower, but like back. It is important that you do the moles in the backyard first, because if you do anything here, the mole thing despawns, and I don't know why it is. Just know that this is intended. And then it is just possible, like there are a few holes in the ground there. But what I do is actually I unlock Tony Shark, because Tony Shark is good controllable and close to the floor, close to the ground. Like he's not as high as that. And have the goggles equipped, important. And then instead of like, there's like a hole here, here, and here, like 7 holes. And the first 6 are really easy. The second 6 are very fast, so it's easy to miss as a goat. Like before I did it without, but now I just like scan left and right, kinda. It's not, and kind of go over him. I don't think this is like the best way, and this is also not the best method that I did it. But I actually timed it, and this is faster. You will know when you've done it when the lasers disappear. This took me 20-ish seconds. and then fly up onto here. And then we're in the Mausoleum church bells. And you might know the Imperial Mausoleum or the Imperial March. However, if you want to know the thing, it's like two, like this is 1, 2, and 3 from left to right. 2, 2, 2, and then 1, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. It's Star Wars, okay? Do 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 do.
What game are you talking about?
And after that, I tried to go out. Actually, so after that, I fly out of the window, and I want to land in this hole. Kinda. And I also turn back into a goat in this cutscene because I have to wait for the cutscene to be over. Same way as I undid Steve. I did not actually go through there, so I respawned, and then there are 3 graves with these crosses on here. You need to pay your respect by pressing R or Y, the use key. And then a Dark Souls character will come up. They're not random. That's the first location. 2 is here and 3 is here.
Oh, Tony Stark, yeah.
Okay, 2 is here, but like, doesn't matter. After that, a cutscene starts. So quickly get a person and be there. This door opens. You can see me already going in with a guy. And there are 4 thread mills. And what you need to do is put people on them. So what I do is I take them inside. I aim myself to look like straight ahead at one of these things. So preferably, this is not good yet. And then I hit, like use the RAM key.
If that makes sense.
Hello? Some of them are like very difficult to hit. And then yeah, hit them and they would go straight on there. There's a referent inside, so you can use him for like the last one. And what I do now is I tried to fly. I don't think it actually worked, but I tried to fly towards... this is so difficult to show. Okay, so let me actually load in game. Okay, so I'm back in action. And that took way longer than I imagined. But what I recommend is when you're inside, you respawn. So this is your angle. Go a little bit to the left. And then just go forward in this general direction. If you feel like you've gone too far, just like hover around. And this area is where you want to be. Okay, so with that said, let's get back into the video. And get projector window. And yeah, so this green area here is where I want to go. Remember to like don't go too far and kind of keep going. Oh, the thing that I actually want to say, remember that after completing a mission that you need to like double select or quadruple select, I guess. So this is a pot. Just put 3 random things in. Could be literally anything, even people. Not yourself though. And then in this area there is a go tower. And after that there is a house kind of right back here. That I can actually show that off. So after that there's a go tower here. And all I need to do is to go like close to that red house. So it's literally just, you don't even need the wings. This is all you need to do. This is where I want to be. So this place. Activate go tower. You can even get there in the cutscene. I don't know what Riek is talking about, like past Riek.
Look at Final Fantasy 11 and 14.
Yeah, like long cutscene, blah blah blah. And everything we see, except for this pool party, I guess, is a place we go to. Well, I guess we go over the pool, but... well, what's important, right? So I'm here. It's actually helpful if you like get here already and open that open the door. Anyway, there are like 4 boxes in here. I like already broke 3 of them, and in them are like planks and doors and whatever. What I do is I grab them, and then I hit them with my thing on top of the mat in the middle of that room. And if they get in there, they will actually snap into place. You need to throw 8 items on there. Number 5 is over here. I hope I did the count right. 6 is in the room. 7 is like right next. And that kind of actually ragdolled into it. Wasn't my intention, but I was faster. And then 8 is like right next to the door here. And this is generally the last one you want to do. Like there are also some like right on that side of the house. Like not inside, but outside. To have some backups. And like 2 of them. If anything happens with one of your planks or whatever. And after that, you build the teleport. And then you go on top of this watery tower, go in here. And then I think I figured out how this works. So what I do is I press the launch button. These 2 buttons actually increase the latitude and the longitude. And how this game is programmed is that the first one will always fail. That will you will actually see a big explosion into the water that way, but I'm not going to look at it. What I do is I press this button, then I press another button, and then I press this button again. So launch, longitude launch. And I could wait, but that will trigger a cutscene. How this game works is if you're close to a cutscene trigger, the cutscene will play. We found that out in multiplayer when I taught Lord Mouse how to do missions, is that we both would get the cutscene. But if one of us was like far enough of that, then the cutscene wouldn't trigger. Because if we're doing multiplayer runs, then we get our own cutscenes. And then I thought it was like on a per region thing, but that's also not true. The cutscene will only play if you're close to the thing. So what I do is I fly this way. I don't exactly know how far this is. I need to like open the game in Unreal Engine when it's decompiled and whatnot to like find out how big the trigger is. But I go far. And then go back to where I need to go. Just to avoid a pretty long cutscene that I don't want to like do anything with. So, and I think that is okay. I also don't know anything about timing. So I'm going to go back a little bit. I'm going to go back again. So I go this way. Wait a little bit, kind of. And then I go that way. And the cutscene is playing in the background. Like everything that's happening with that nuke dropping, that's happening. But yeah. Cutscene averted. I land in here. And I destroy all 5 of those lasery, dressy ladies. That's that. And then in this yellow house, you need to like learn where all the houses are. There's a lot of things close together. I actually rocket boost through this house. I try to like not go through it. But yeah, you need to stand on top of that thing, that couch, and then bleed, and then the house will shrink. Immediately go out before it shrinks on you. And then there are these 3 dancers. Hit them. Immediately go to the next house. But what I do is I actually use my rocket chute to go up and then go towards, go towards this building. However, the tornado here kind of hit me, so I gotta improv a little bit. But this is actually not bad. Oh, I actually went way too upstairs. Anyway, get 3 random people and put them in this house. Like, I'm careful because you can kick them in, but you can also kick them through. So I think I actually messed up. And that one, I don't know what happened with that person. So I had to get a 4th person. Oh well. As you can see, the nuke actually dropped and is in the middle of that, what do you call it, a cul-de-sac? Okay, okay, important. So there's a cutscene playing now, again. What I do here is I press start, respawn, or escape respawn, and then I look at the calendar here. I want to go northwest, so the N is here, the W is here, and the middle is here. Here, middle. This is an M for middle. So the mid, yeah, wherever the middle is. I think middle is like here, but yeah, west, north. I want to go northwest. So I just always like go up and then go that way. I kind of did it slow. Yeah, that is where I want to go. And after that, there's this house, like Lonesome. Here's a cliff. Then I need to land in the backyard of this Lonesome house. So this is another, like, just like where you need to put people in the house, here's a shaft where you need to put 3 things in. These barricades and this sign here, you can't actually lick them unless you break it a little bit by ramming into it. So what I do is actually went into it, then it goes in, I hit it, and then I picked it up and I put it in. Nice. Then I pick up a random object from that table and go all the way to Swakia over here. And there's a tree here that you can put people in and things. And you can actually throw them in, just like with the people in the church, in the CrossFit church. And then there's that. I had some issues going up here, I guess. And then I go into this little, like, viewing post. Get a trinket. Press triangle. You now have 15 seconds of breathing things. I actually checked, okay, what do I need to do? Or have I done everything? About that, actually. Bird watching is the one I'm doing now, and Goat Castle is a mission that... This is the first mission you're intended to do, but I'm extending that to later. Since I need to go inside anyway, and then I need to go out, and it wastes time. That kind of stuff. So yeah, we need to bird watch. So what I do is I wait for the bird, and the moment I see it spawn, the giant pigeon, I spawn out, so that I don't get hit. Like that. And then fly over the wall. Tree hugger number 1 is here. Go along this path. 2 rocket boosts, even though I didn't. Tree hugger number 2. Then I don't know what route I actually took. Oh, I immediately went for number 3 on the other side of the river. Or the water, I guess. I don't think that counts as a river, but still. And then I went past that actually, but this is where Bigfoot lives, or Becky with the big feet. And Becky needs to go inside of that cage. Real important. After I tried to like get her here, but oh well. After that, your rocket boots gets replaced with the rocket boots, so you want to get those back like super fast. I actually took Becky with me. And then get number 4 of the tree huggers. And then I go... You can actually... So I get number 4. And this wall, you can actually go through it. I didn't even know about that. So I go over that. I get an NPC. There weren't any in my way, which is unfortunate. And actually, real important. There is a hole right here. And this is generally where you like fly over. So try to go super high so that the NPC doesn't get stuck in here. And the NPC becomes useless. So I go like super high on purpose. And then put one NPC in here. By now, a second NPC should be like super near. There won't be at the start because of how fast you load everything in. Maybe on PlayStation it does, I don't know. Once I do that, I go towards the mountain. Tree hugger number 5 is right, like, along that side. That's all the tree huggers. And then I go around the mountain. get onto like the nearest thing. Uh, what is it called? Windmill. And then I want to throw this like Duracell battery. I want to ram that out. You can't lick it. You have to like ram it out, and make sure that you get it. And then once it's in your mouth, you grab it and go towards the blue ones. The blue one is like right here, and there's another one right here. So I ram it, and I try to not put it back in, because that happens. Put it back there. Hit one of those wings so that I don't fly over. And then this is the biggest mistake of this run.
Where did my battery? Okay, now it's not PB anymore because I lost my battery.
So I just went to another one because I couldn't find it. Fortunately, there's more red ones than blue ones. And then put that in. And after putting it in, I want to fly like this way. Just rocket boosts and don't do anything. So now I'm waiting for this cutscene to end.
This was shits and giggles. Yeah, I'll just retire him.
And then you should be near the cage. It's a little bit up. It's like on the third layer or second layer of the mountain. What I learned actually here is imagine the cage. Oh, I pressed the C button. Okay. Imagine, actually no. Imagine this being the cage, and this is Rosie. What you want to do is red. You want to go like around here, lick, and then go through and go that way, so that it's easier to get Rosie out, because of her size, she's kind of ragdolly and might get stuck in the cage. I don't do that here. Brute forcing. I would say that I know what I'm doing, but I actually don't. Drop Rosie in here and you will become Rosie. It's kind of lag. This whole area is pretty laggy. Also, this was... Yeah. I just respawned to like kill all momentum. I didn't actually transform into Rosie. Maybe because I went so far away. I have no clue what happened. Yeah, then I go into the middle, grab Free Billy. And remember that cutscene story that I was talking about? How you can skip cutscenes? So yeah, this is what I do here. You need to ram Billy into the ocean. And after doing that, get as much distance as you can. And then I just like stand on this axe while I'm waiting for these tentacles to hit it. After I hit number 10, now I go, respawn, and go towards Costco. Costco is pretty cool. It's actually not cool. So I get the shield from here. I immediately replace it with wings because it's not useful yet. And now there is a what is that thing? There's like a doll here that I need to put 4 different items on. It's asking for like a sword, a shield, a helmet, and body armor. But you can literally give it anything, just not humans. So what I do is I stand on here. There are like 4 items over here. And I kind of shoot these items into him, hoping that they will like attach. It probably won't. But, you know, it's a thing. This is faster than what I did, like actually finding 4 items and putting them on. You could... some really easy items are the goat merch right here, the check right here, the waste bin right here. These are some good items. And you can see like right here in the top left which items you still need. I got 3. I need 1 more, so I think I'm actually going for the paper. Oh no, I had something else. Okay. And then right behind Costco, you can see Goku here trying to get Excalibur. Or the Buster Sword, actually. I don't know what sword this is. But yeah, after 2 or 3 rocket things, jump 6 times on this little thing, and immediately go like further. You can actually see that the right back behind my webcam, which I now know that there is like something here, so I should probably move that. But let's actually go back. Yeah, you see this thing here, right? When it says, "Hey, you did a mission, you did great." Whenever that appears, you like here, you know you did well. Next mission is in this building. So if you go fast, and like, let's actually go back. What I do here is I set up like around here, or around here, somewhere around there, and then I tried like in one fell rocket boost. I tried to go like to sit right next to the ring here. So at first, like imagine this being the whole building. That this building, so that's not true. That's not true. So imagine that this square, this is where it is. How does this go? Yeah, like that. So imagine that this is like the whole building. Casually, you would go into a thing here, you will be spit out here, and then go like the long way. What you can do is, if you stand right here and then rocket boost, then you can go into like this area before the doors load and the walls, so you can immediately get in there. And I almost get it. If that doesn't work, you can actually like brute force it or print screen thing it. However, for whatever reason, like imagine you being here. This is you, and there's a wall here. However, you can literally go over the wall with the rocket boost if you kinda can control it. You can literally go into the room by flying over the wall. It's kind of stupid. Oh, whenever the screen turns like, okay, so I'm waiting for the screen right now. And whenever the screen turns black, you can respawn.
At least I'm sure he means that.
And that's when it counts. If you go too early, you'll kinda, I don't want to say soft lock, but you will like soft lock now. Anyway, all you need to do here is stand on the podium. After that, grab an NPC and throw them into the blue voting station. And as you can see, I'm trying to recycle the same NPC over and over. Feel free to juggle 2 of them, but this is pretty cool. You need to throw them in 7 times. If you lost count, I'm actually gonna check it up here. I actually look at this thing. If it looks like this, where there's like a little sliver here left, then you need to throw in 1 more. And since I have a guy in here, I can just like yeet that way. Yeah, 7 votes. And it's important that you don't stick around, because cutscene. Immediately go here. I don't really have a strat for this area. Other than I go to the right, and then I go to the left, and that usually that is all that's necessary. Okay, I do another right as well. Okay, good. I grab a worker, doesn't matter which one, but just grab a person. And put 1 there. This one usually spawns here. Sometimes you're lucky and there's already someone around. Other times you need to just go here. It is important to know that there's this guy standing over here. This guy is not a worker. He is like a foreman, so he wouldn't work. Anyway, there's the one you take is 1. This one's already working here too. There's this guy here, for whatever reason, is free. So you need to get like 1 additional. And after that, a cutscene plays. So it will also equip the caution sign. So you have to get your wings back. And after that, I want to go like kind of like that way, because that's where the go tower is. I think I actually super mess this up. Oh, yeah. This is not that important right now, but I actually get rid of either the ability or the whole thing itself of the tower hat. I actually choose to like get rid of it. Yeah, I want to go. You can see it here. This goat tower. I want to go there, and I could technically already like fly that way. This is the longest cutscene.
I don't know where I'm going.
You can see that I'm trying to get there. However, I think I'm in water. Yeah, okay.
Oh, here.
Oh yeah, and then that happens every now and then. One of those containers go to you. Respawning here is really powerful. And then now I'm going to sync with this tower, and I go on top of that statue over there. I want to get, yeah, I actually want to get on top of the island. And I'm, again, trying to get on top of there. Don't forget that you have to, like, do a double at one point.
I'm going to winter. I'm pretty. Oh,
Okay, so this is pretty bad. I could use a shield here, but I saw that I went actually up pretty quickly.
that man's going places.
So I'm trying to get that boost, but it's not really working. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I want to stand on his hand, mash the ram key,
Mini golf, even.
get that little thing there. Once it gets stuck, you're good to go. And then go inside of the top of the lighthouse and ram the light. Normally I ram it twice just to get the nice red, but once is nice. I also went through. That cost me the 36, I think. Real unfortunate. Yeah, I just hit it once. I got hit by a container. This also set me back. Oh, you actually saw the container.
It's like a.
Yeah, here, this container hit me. That's why I had to respawn. Because if you ragdoll, yeah, good luck getting out of it. So I just respawned out of reflex. And where I want to go is I want to go to this beach, the last area, Gothenburg. And I want to go like pretty much all the way to the right. Like not here, but more like here. This is where an incline goes. So imagine, you know, a triangle. Or not a triangle, but like, and then here, it goes degrees like towards this point. I want to go here. Because that is where some pre-filled sand buckets are. I think I actually messed this area up as well. Oh, I kind of lied. I forgot about these. These are a new, not invention. These are newly found. So the idea is that you grab a sand bucket. The idea is that you grab a sand bucket. Go to a sandcastle on the beach. Yeah, you let it make contact, then this thing will disappear, the sand bucket will fill, and you need to take the sand bucket back towards your sandcastle. However, these two and two that are here are pre-filled with sand. So what I actually tried to do here, this is the first time I'm ever doing it. I'm like shooting one of them forwards, but I know I made a mistake somewhere, but I don't exactly know where. These are all empty. So that is number one. I grab an empty bucket, and you saw me yeet it like here. So that one... Okay, this one is lost. Yeah, I was like, wait, did I get it? But no, that one was last. That was not on purpose. And doesn't always happen. So yeah, I grab another one. Number two. Then I grab another pre-filled one. So honestly, I thought the other one was already like SOB, I think. So I got 3 right now. Yeah, now I go to like the sandcastle over here. This is what should happen. You would lose the bucket, but it's full now. So you have to like re-grab it. And then I grab another one here. There are 4 on this side, 4 sandcastles. And from this perspective at least, that side has 2. The first one is pretty fast, the second one is a little bit farther. However, I haven't yet to time like what are the fastest buckets to go. After you fill it, I kind of take steps back to stand around here. To not spawn inside of the castle, and then I walk in. After that, I grab the Death Ray thing and go towards A. I think it's faster to go to A first to start the quest. And then equip it. Because now I need to destroy some sand people from D-Rust, D-Sand. Yes, this is a Counter-Strike thing. I've never played Counter-Strike. But even I recognized it. Maybe from Linus Tech Tips. Who knows?
You did misspell, yeah. It's the flint stones. Okay, hold on. You know, flint.
I wanted to see the timer. So after you hit the last one, you can see that by the giant descent over. Oh, here's a mouse. Hello. By descent over here. You press start. How far am I in? 20 minutes. Okay, so 8 more minutes of missions. I'm in the last area, so whatever. I respawn and then I will be like right here. The castle is here so that you know where you are. And I want to go this way. Yeah, just look at where I'm going. I think I actually made a mistake somewhere and I needed to like respawn. Yeah, here.
I literally got knocked out.
So, okay, just know that this is the park. If you've played Ghost Simulator 3, you should already know this area. But this is the park. And this little building here is where I need to be. Styled by Henry. Or Henry, but he's French. So, Henry. And usually, you can see him here. This is Henry, or Henry. He spawns. He doesn't always spawn. Grab an NPC, or him, and kick him inside of one of his chairs. That's pretty cool. And then you need a vehicle. I actually went for this bus. I actually always go to like this intersection right here. Because there's 1, 2, 3 roads right here. And from here you would always see a thing. And when you're in a vehicle, what you always want to do is just automatically press boost. There's no reason not to boost. Okay, from here, like there's this door in here. Don't go in this door. Go in the second door here. But also watch out that you don't take the turn to light, because here's an electricity thing. And if your car is on electricity, it will always accelerate. You can't stop. So watch out for it, please. I almost did it. Or, no, I did it, but I was already on electricity, so it was fine. If you want to be a little bit safe, like, here's a ramp. So that you can, like, jump on top of this octopus. But there's also a tractor right here. So yeah, you want to take the ramp and go on the thing. The frames are dropping. The frames are not dropping. I'm literally pressing pause right now. So yeah. It is important to like hit the, like, this is the bottom half. This is the top half. You want to hit the top half. A normal car would only hit the bottom half unless you're like kind of ramming into it, but that takes time. However, with this larger fan, you could probably hit the top half. Anyway, I'm just like jumping into it. After that, I reset and go like actually, let's go back. After I respawn, I go to the right like a quarter and go to the right of the cinema over here. Because there is a tape here that you need for the next quest. We're almost done. Only 3 more quests. Or 4 if you count this one. Just go in. Make sure when I stand in the door, I aim for this thing. For like the tape inserting area. And ram it. Sometimes it goes over. Sometimes it goes in. If it doesn't go in, make sure it goes in. If it goes in, respawn again. Oh, I actually just walked to it. And I forgot to like double select again. And I want to go to this buoy. After I'm here, I'm being eaten by Monstro. Which obviously is a reference to Pinocchio. and I'm in the belly of the beast. So I've never done it better than this before, but kind of what I want to do is I actually flew up, which is what you want to do, is hit the what's the word of that thing? The boxing ball. You kind of want to hit it 3 times, but you can't do it too fast in a row. So hitting it multiple times is good. After that, the sad whale will actually kick you out, and I actually got a higher than normal boost. Normally you would like get yeeted and you would like land here, so you need to like climb a little bit up, which is good. But I actually kind of overshot it, but this is fine. Could be worse. Then I go on top of the ball, and while looking to the middle from the not middle, hit it 4 times. Then this will happen. Oh, go back again. And after that, you see that there's a coastline here. This is a lake. And around here, there's a big cannon for the last thing that we need to do.
All gold stars that I can get.
Go to that place. I've never gotten there on myself.
I think I owe myself.
I actually overshot it. Oh. So jump in. My game crashed. So I had the game in the background, but it literally just crashed. Okay. So yeah, this is a well-programmed game. So yeah, I go inside. Does this still work? This does still work. I aim for the logo. I shoot. Cutscene starts. After the cutscene, what I do is I press select. I immediately hold A. This is only possible on a controller, not a mouse and keyboard. But yeah, I hold A and then go to like either this one, or I don't know why you would go to the other one because it's like super far away. But go into any of these go towers. I just go to the one closest to me because that one would probably be like a little bit more loaded. Make sure that you see damn it right there, and then go into the go tower. So the idea is that you get scanned on this pedestal by the scanner here. That is pretty science fiction / Xenoblade Chronicles. There are some other games that do it, or movies, where you get like scanned. However, remember that clipping? You can just clap through the wall. And for that, I should probably mention that you want to go like this area. Like there is a little bit of like wall in between the doors here. But you want to go like clip here. Exactly here. There you go through, go over the rubble. And then this is important. Yeah, hold triangle, and then this happens 7 times for the next 3.5 minutes. This is boring. Okay. However, what you want to do here is do a few things, buy some. I mean, this is where you can play, but you also want to buy some things. Don't waste too much time. Watch the background because you do need to like re-step on that thing a few times. The first cutscene is relatively long. And once you see this, you see, you know that you kind of need to be on a lookout. Okay, so I am actually going to fast forward. But what you need to know is, after a cutscene starts, like, back off of here. So just go back. And once you see it go purple, you go back on it again. And then you hold triangle, even if it doesn't say, or use. Even if it doesn't say use it, you actually want to... like pre-hold that. You can even hold it like once you're off of it. But the reason why you need to like go on top and go off of it again, then go on top again, is because this game is good. No, it kind of forgets that you're on. This is especially helpful if you're in multiplayer. In multiplayer, this is more important. Anyway, the most important thing that I want you to like pay attention to is the laser eyes. Anyway, I'm not gonna let you sit through all of this. if you see this rock, then the next one will actually let you in. And this is another cutscene. If you have rocket shoes, you can actually like get yourself up here. And I'm just playing a little bit. A really long cutscene. And then Farmer Man will actually walk here. And guess what you're gonna do? Okay, maybe rocket shoes are handy here, but you want to kick him off with the laser because that's the fastest way you can actually attack him. And then you can like play a little bit again. Get ready for that split key. I actually got on top of there and danced. And then, we're not done yet. So he's gonna like do a rant. Okay, good luck. Okay, so this is where the final boss fight actually starts. The only functional thing that you need and want right now is a death ray. So the first phase is gonna throw 3 orbs your way. So keep moving. And then the 4th one, he does a slam attack. Activate your death ray because that is a consistent like way of damaging him. And then also hit him yourself. For this one, this attack, it looks deadly that you like want to like move all the time, but actually, you see how there are 4. How there's circle 1, circle 2. Let's actually start circle 1, circle 2, circle 3, circle 4. Here in the middle, you are safe. And not just this one, but here you're safe, and here you're safe, and here you're safe, and here you're safe, and here you're safe. You probably understand it. Play button? I'm just taunting him. So you can literally just camp here for this phase. Also, we're gonna 4-phase this fight. My first ever fight I had to 5-phase him. But this doesn't look like 25% like this. But believe me, this is fine. The first time it's like a little bit, and then it's like a little bit over half, and then it's here again, and then you defeat him. Okay, so after that, number 2 happens. That was nice. Same thing here. You're just gonna stand in a spot that's in between the circles. I'm actually gonna fast forward because honestly, with that, it's not that interesting. Yeah, here. Once everything goes back, he will actually jump and do his slam attack or body slam, whatever he calls it. Okay, now it's actually a little bit more difficult, but I wouldn't call it difficult. Another thing that you could do is grab the rocket boots and the wings and just fly. There's also not a penalty by falling off the thing. You will just like respawn. You will just respawn here again if you just like fall off without losing health. However, in this phase, it's the most like these tractors are like constantly falling. Tractors, vroom vroom. And after a little while, you attack him, and that is pretty. That's pretty the end. Okay, here. And then he falls away. So you get the ability to be playing with a football, and this is where you equip some things. I would recommend equipping the rocket boots as well as the what do you call that thing? The firework launcher. However, don't activate them. Make sure that they are disabled. This thing, however, enable. I don't know what I did. Yeah, it's enabled. Okay. So, I actually went to like look here in my thing, to see if this was enabled. But more importantly, like he has your hands in front of your eyes right now, so you can see. Except once you're in the menu screen, you can actually see into this corner, because the farmer is actually hiding in one of 5 places. So if imagine this square, this is the arena. You're here. This is north where you're watching, and this circle is this place right here. He can like hide here, 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 or here in one of these 5 places, and it's always random. So by looking here in the menu, watching in going to the menu, at least makes you like verify if he's there or not. So I was unlucky; he was not there, meaning I had to like look for him. I kind of walked already, and I kind of did the spore, but he was in the second location. And you need to hit him like within a timer. Okay, what I do now is I dequip the Death Ray Banger, even though it doesn't really make matters. And equip, actually re-enable it, and the Firework Launcher. So now, after a little bit, all these boxes will spawn. Every now and then, one of those boxes will move a little bit. But remember that 5th mission in the game that we're doing, or 6th? Do you see how fast that was? That was with the Firework Launcher. So I deactivate the Firework Launcher. I equip the Death Ray bands, but also the giraffe. I also literally just bought the giraffe. So reason for that is that in the next area, so imagine this is the arena from like a side view. This is us. This is us. However, he is on a platform in the sky. So what we're gonna do, actually, our neck is longer, and we got a death beam. So what I'm gonna do is, there, he's standing here. I'm gonna go walk a little bit closer so that I'm like right here. I'm gonna jump. Then I'm gonna, just like with rocket boosting upwards, I'm gonna trick a little bit backwards so that my beam would actually like hit him this way. The casual way is by going up a ladder like behind you or left of you. And that was the thing as well. But this, like, just look at how fast this is. So I'm gonna walk forward to get closer. Go jump. And then like go backwards. So that, or like angle yourself backwards. So that you would like not go a little bit over the steel beam. You know what? Just look. This. That was the fastest I've ever done that, even in multiplayer. Okay, after this, a lot of little guys spawn. As you can see, I dequipped the tall goat. I got the Death Ray bands again, and I just walk a circle. And I wasn't as lucky there, but this is just a quick way of killing a lot of people. Okay, so important here. I equipped rocket boots, the titanium shield, and the actually dequipped the Death Ray bands because it's not necessary. Oh, I didn't want to dequip it, just disable it. Okay, here goes a cutscene about the Game Boy Advance. Actually, the Game Boy Color. No, not even the Game Boy Color. This is Game Boy. He's gonna go retro on her buttocks. And this is an actual Mario level, as you can see. However, what I do is I do that trick that I showed you at the start with the shield. I jump, ragdoll, press R1 to use it. And that was like, this is the end. And I kind of got stuck here, which is... Okay, that was unfortunate. It isn't like super... This is also the best I've ever... Or maybe not the best. The farthest I've gotten with like one sling. This was good. This was really good. And then for the next part... For the next trick... can I please here? Yeah. for the next trick, what I want to do is, please, yeah, here. What I want is I want to be the angry goat, because this guy is huge. The rocket boots, the death ray bands, to have a constant stream of things, and the firework launcher for explosive pew-pews. Because in the next phase, you want to destroy all those servers. And what I do here now is I ragdoll and press R1 to, like, within this cutscene, make sure to, like, deplete his bar, like, as fast as possible already. This is not something I've ever done in one player, but if you manage to destroy all these servers before he's done talking, the next cutscene will start at the same time that this cutscene is playing. So whenever this cutscene ends, the other cutscene will play while you're in full control. And yeah, I didn't get it, so I'm just doing this manually. But yeah, so that goes a little bit faster to play those things at the same time, because you do need this to happen. Anyway, I decrypt everything except for the rocket boots, and right when he's like dissipating, I'm holding down so that I'm like at least against this wall. Now the thing's changed, and now I can get like up these stairs, going into the... This is not where I want to go. Into this car, and vroom vroom. And this is nothing too special. The only thing that I want to say is don't take ramps. Stay on the floor. I'm actually going to show you the first. Oh, and don't hit walls. So that is a wall. Actually, is that something you can evade? Maybe if you take another... I have never timed this, actually. Okay, maybe it's not fast as I go through, but however, just take it for now. Don't take the ramp to the right there. And if I'm right... No, that's after a few of these little turns.
He's a great developer, you know? I actually want to know who did that voice.
A little bit farther. Yeah, right after this Tetris wall. Here's a globe with a ramp. Go past it. Again, the more you're here, the better. Okay, so here is a middle path. Here's a top path, and here's a bottom path. Whichever you choose, don't pick the bottom path. Take the left one or the right one. This is to like not get into beginner mistakes. It's not the end of the world if you take the bottom path, but like right now, this is just like a straight line. This is a straight line. You do have like a lot of room on the bottom, but you can get stuck like underneath here and underneath here. You can get stuck, like actual stuck. And you can't exit the vehicle and fix it. So you need to go to the left here if you ever take the middle path. But yeah, this is like way easier. Last ramp is in sight. This is the worst thing that could happen. I don't know how to like not get that or fix that. If it happens, yeah, good luck. And then this is the end of the run. If you like by now, it's actually an auto scroller already, but just keep like tootin'. Take a look at the area in like the top left, because once this hits 100%, that will be time. So no, I actually hit the thing myself as well, and you will get a blue screen. Good luck. Congratulations. That's the end. If there are any questions, please join the Goat Simulator Discord, which you can find a link to in speedrun.com/goat or speedrun.com/goatfree. It's the same server. And have fun running. If there's any questions, please ask me or ask some other runners. There's not a lot of us, but we're all happy to help.
Look at the frame rate on my stream.
How do?